Let's test something. The next time you're bored, don't watch what you do. Watch what your brain makes you do. You open the fridge. You're not hungry. You just stand there staring at a bottle of ketchup like it suddenly became interesting. You close the door. 10 seconds later, you open it again. Then you notice one tiny crumb. Now removing that one crumb somehow becomes today's greatest achievement. You wipe it, then you wipe the same spot again just to make sure that absolutely nothing is still there. Then, for reasons nobody can explain, you suddenly decide that one random kitchen drawer desperately needs reorganizing. Not the whole kitchen, just that drawer. Or maybe you start checking tomorrow's weather, even though you checked it 12 minutes ago. Or you suddenly remember that now, right now, is obviously the perfect time to organize your desktop icons. Funny, isn't it? Because none of those things solve boredom, they simply postpone it. And that's where almost everyone gets boredom completely wrong. Because boredom isn't your brain shutting down, it's your brain looking for something it cannot find. But what exactly is it looking for? And why would evolution keep a feeling that millions of people try to escape every single day? Because by the end of this video, you're going to realize that boredom isn't your enemy. It has been trying to save your brain this entire time. Here's something nobody tells you. Your brain doesn't actually hate boredom. It hates predictability. Your brain is a prediction machine. Every second, it tries to guess what happens next. When it's right, you save energy. When it's wrong, you pay attention. Boredom happens when your brain's predictions become too accurate for too long. There's a tiny region in your brainstem called the Locus Coeruleus. It regulates alertness. When there's nothing new to predict, it drops its firing rate. Your brain goes into low power mode. That's boredom. Your brain doesn't hate boredom. It's using it to tell you something. This environment is too predictable. I need novelty to function properly. Think about your favorite movie. The first time you watched it, your brain couldn't stop paying attention. Now watch the exact same movie every single day for 3 months. Suddenly, it's background noise. Did the movie become worse? No. Your brain simply stopped asking questions. Questions create attention. Answers don't. Your brain doesn't chase happiness. It chases surprise. Now you might be thinking, I'm never bored. I'm always busy. Here's the thing. Being busy is not the same thing as being surprised. You can answer emails, attend meetings, wash dishes, drive home, repeat tomorrow, and your brain can be completely starving. Predictability drains your brain even when you're moving. Meet Suzanne. She can't stand silence. The radio is always on, the TV stays on, even when nobody's watching. She calls people not because she has something important to say, but because silence feels too loud. Here's what she doesn't tell anyone. Every time she reaches for noise, she's reaching away from a question she doesn't want to answer. A question about her own life, about what she actually wants, about the things she's been avoiding. That's what boredom really does. It doesn't create the question, it removes the noise that was hiding it. Now another objection. But boredom makes me overthink. It makes my anxiety worse. I need you to hear something. You don't suddenly become an overthinker the moment your phone battery dies. The thoughts were already there. Boredom simply removed the noise that was covering them. And now the part most people miss. Yes, boredom exposes unfinished thoughts. Yes, it can be uncomfortable, but here's why that's actually good for you. Unfinished thoughts are not your enemy. They're unresolved data. Your brain keeps them in working memory until they're processed. If you never let them surface, they stay there forever. They don't disappear. They just become background noise. And that background noise, that's where anxiety lives. When you're constantly escaping boredom, you're not escaping discomfort. You're postponing the processing, which means those thoughts never finish. They just loop. That's why boredom is good. Not because it feels nice. It doesn't. But because it gives your brain the only thing it needs to finish those thoughts. Space. Think of it like this. When you're constantly filling every gap with noise, your brain never gets to close the loop. It keeps reopening the same tabs, running the same background processes. That's why you feel exhausted even when you haven't done anything. Boredom is the first moment your brain finally gets to close a few of those tabs. It's uncomfortable at first, but it's the only way to stop the loop. That's why boredom is good. Not because it's pleasant, because it's the only time your brain can actually process what it's been holding. So here's the question. What happens if you stop running from boredom? Not forever, just once. You don't reach for the phone, you don't open the fridge, you don't reorganize the drawer. You just sit with it. 30 seconds, 1 minute, something surprising happens. Your brain stops complaining and starts showing you things. Memories you forgot, ideas you buried, questions you've been postponing. That's not empty time. That's the most honest conversation you've had in years. This week, just once, when you feel that familiar urge to fill the gap, pause. What is my brain trying to avoid right now? Ask yourself one question. Don't answer immediately. Just sit with the question. You might be surprised what shows up. Boredom isn't dead time. It's your mind asking for life with more depth. So the next time you reach for something to fill the silence, ask yourself, is this boredom or is this your brain trying to avoid itself? I am the Cortex. Stop filling, start listening.